Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to review Long Shot starring Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I put out videos daily. You can also find me over Twitter and Instagram at Movie Guy 365. Okay, Long Shot starring Charlize Theron and Seth Rogen. It's a very political comedy kind of thing, and I tend to like those ones, especially, and I'm going to make several comparisons probably about it, but if you've seen a movie like Dave or The American President, it's pretty much this movie. But like with Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron. I really enjoyed it. I think they have an awesome chemistry together. You can tell like they're, having a good time doing the role. And the movie itself is not overly heavy. It's actually very pleasant to watch. They don't bog down on true life politics as much, but they do dance around some of the subject matter. And I think they do it in a very, it's not a preachy political way. In fact, I really enjoyed what I was seeing on screen. And also just, and I know I just briefly mentioned it, but the chemistry between Charlize Theron and Seth Rogen are very good. There's also a great supporting cast. O'Shea Jackson is actually really good in this. I enjoy his other work as well. I can't wait to see more of him in the future. But yeah, it's a well-rounded cast. It's a interesting subject matter. And it tends to go a little bit Hollywoody with the ending. But I think that the movie up until that point kind of earns it. Charlize Theron is very likable as the would-be candidate for president. And I don't know, something about this movie really clicked for me. I had a good time watching it. Now, it struck me about halfway through that while it is a Seth Rogen comedy, don't expect a whole lot of, I don't know, it's weird. Like, it just, there's, gross out humor and stuff like that, but I think they do it in a good way. It's not a, outlandish thing. Yeah, there is technically a bit that kind of is a bit too gross. But it actually yielded a really funny result. And let me take a minute and talk about Andy Serkis in this. There's one character in this movie. I had no idea it was Andy Serkis, and I loved when I found out that who he was playing at the end. I think it just added something to it. Like the character he plays is pretty annoying. He's pretty, like a typical just money hungry corporate person. And he plays it so well that you don't even realize who you're watching. It's like you're watching it and you say, hey, I know this guy from somewhere. But you just can't really picture who it was. And then when I saw his name in the credits, it just clicked. And I love that about Andy Serkis. So I'm going to give him a special shout out for that. But overall, I felt Long Shot was a good film. It's a good movie. And just a quick side note, I mentioned this in my Avengers Endgame review, that Seth Rogen does a PSA. He's talking about like his movie going up against the Avengers. This movie actually makes several Marvel MCU references. So I just love that about the movie. It's all like really good. But I just found stuff like that really funny. And it actually made those little PSAs he did like click even more because it was just great how they pulled it off. But I really enjoyed it. It is a hard R comedy as far as language goes and that kind of thing. And some of the, as I mentioned, that weird joke kind of thing they make that in the third act, it definitely earns that rating. But if you've seen something like, There's Something About Mary, it's something like that. Let's just put it that way. But I think it was a good joke, when you got the payoff for it. But I liked it a lot. I liked it. If you like Dave and you like The American President, but more of a edgy Seth Rogen vibe to it, you are not going to be disappointed. It is really good. I had a lot of fun with this one. I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. I just really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun at the movies, and that's a cool thing to have. Just you go in with like no expectations and you get pleasantly surprised, and that's what I felt like this was. I am a fan of Rogen and Charlize Theron. They both held their own. A great supporting cast. Just a fun movie. It is. It doesn't get too heavy, and I really appreciate that. So I recommend highly to go see it. In the meantime, let me know in the comments below if you're planning on checking out Long Shot. Please, in the meantime, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I put out videos every single day. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.